Hey, it's James with Carp's Bees, and we are going to do the final leak test on our Max Ant Restore. So this is our 20 frame extractor. We sealed up what we think are all the leaks. So we're going to fill it up and see if it actually leaks water. Again, I don't think, even with the original leaks that we found, we could probably extract with this and just take a little loss on the honey that was leaking. But we tried to fix everything and hopefully it does not leak anymore. So we're gonna give it a whirl here and see what happens. All right, so here we go. We're gonna fill this thing up with water. And just as a refresher, what we did is we detached this from the base, went to the underside and used a food grade epoxy to seal up every single seam we could find underneath. So we're hoping that does the trick. The only other place I can think of that we could possibly have a leak would be basically where the center post is supported. So if it leaks, that's probably where it's coming from. And there's really not much I can do. I tried to seal around that bolt. I don't have a picture of it, but I think really that's pretty much it. So let's go and get some water in here and see if we're successful. So here we go. And I'm just gonna bring this hose in here and let it run. And we'll just see how this works out. Alright, so we'll come back in a little bit and give you an update. So I gotta tell you, I'm a little nervous. I meant to do this test a while ago, and boy, am I hoping that it doesn't leak. So I'm trying to be pretty careful here about making sure that I didn't do much spilling. As you know, as I put the hose in, I did a little. So there's a little water right here. So I don't know. Oh, I see a leak already. Damn it. So there we go. You see it right there? This is actually from the threaded screw. So we do have a little leak. All right. This is good. Okay, so I just about freaked out. Because there is a leak here. Let's see if I can get in here without the sun. There we go. You see it? But actually that is not coming from the seams inside the tank. That's actually leaking off of the threaded screw that I put on here. So that's easy. So we will deal with that one. So we'll just monitor this right here. I'm going to put a little cloth here to absorb this moisture, and then we'll look for leaks coming out of other spots. So we'll we'll get some thread tape and put it around here. Make sure this is nice and sealed so we don't get this continuing. Okay, so we're making progress on filling the tank. So far we do have one minor leak, not a major leak. So basically the threading on this pipe is actually leaking through. So I put a little cloth here. That'll absorb the water for that. We know that's an issue. We'll deal with that. That's easy. We just need to get some thread tape on there, and I think that'll be solved. So not terrible news. So what I'm actually monitoring is the edge here, because last time we did this, we had leaking coming out all around the entire edge of the extractor where it is, mounted to the base. So we're just looking for water. And so far, so good. So we'll keep watching this. As this fills up, the pressure will obviously increase quite a bit. It's a huge tank. So, I mean, it's a 20 frame extractor, so this is a big, big tank. Alright. We'll let it fill a bit more, I'll come back. Alright, we're getting close to half full here. And the good news is, other than that thread leak, which is no big deal, I'm not seeing any leaks around this whole thing. So apparently the seal worked. So that is exciting. And since we did a bleach bath last time when we found the leaks, we're not going to repeat that. So I think what I'll do is I'll get this to about, I don't know, 3/4 full. That'll prove that the leaks are sealed up, and we'll empty it out. So awesome. Sorry. 1400 series, model number 10, serial number 58. So this 1400 series is still being made today, which is amazing. It's really difficult. Right. It was really difficult to find this exact extractor in pictures. I think I found one or two, but the issue is, if you look at this mechanism on top, I don't think this really existed when they made it. It was probably a hand crank situation, and whoever had this before me, or maybe even before that person, just jury-rigged it up, you know. So normally you'd have a 2-pulley system, so you'd have a second pulley over here that you would allow you to kind of ease the load on the motor, and this is direct to the main pulley. So that doesn't seem like a good setup. That is a recipe for burning your motor out. So, but we have tested this and it seems to work. So the real test will come when we actually put honey frames in here and try it out. So I'm excited to do this. We are on the flow right now, and I just went and checked my 30 hives today, and boy are they rocking. So we are definitely gonna have a chance to put this through its paces. So I'm excited for that. All right, so hopefully no leaks, and we'll go from there. All right, the tension is rising as the water level rises. So we're gonna go up to this top bar here and stop. So far, so good, no leaks. So let's look. And we're not seeing any leaks. I got the light shining on here. We got nothing. So other than that little thread leak on the PVC pipe connection to the metal pipe here, which we're absorbing with the towel, nothing. So that is really good. So you can see the water is rising. There's a tremendous amount of pressure on this drum just because of the amount of water. So yeah, so far so good. Very exciting. All right, well, we'll keep going here a little longer, and then we'll release the water. Okay, so we went a little farther than I thought with the water. We're almost to the top. So yeah, we're over the top bar. I can actually hear the drum straining from the pressure. It's kind of popping out. So if there were any dents, hopefully they're out now. But not a single leak in here, so wow. I am excited it worked. So it's always nice when you do a restore and things work how they're supposed to. So we're going to shut the water off, and we're going to have a pretty dramatic release of water. Kind of be like a fire hydrant here. So watch this. Okay, ready to release the pressure on this leak test. So we've had no leaks other than a minor thread leak that we can fix once we empty this tank. But the drum is solid, so that is great news, and this is filled to the tippy top. So if that pressure doesn't cause something to spring a leak, nothing will. So pretty excited about that. We'll never have that much honey in here, obviously. So let's go ahead and open this up. So first we're gonna woo. So here we go. It's ready. Look at that. You ready? Woo! I need to get my driveway clean. Draining pretty quick. If we wanted to, we could run this, you know, just to give it a good spin. I don't want to strain the motor too much though. So we'll just remind ourselves that it all works. So this is actually the final test before we extract honey. So we'll mark this as a success. Thanks everyone. The next video will, ooh, hear that? Pressure coming off the tank. Alright, no, that's cool. Alright, the next video will be extracting honey. We're on the flow. We're going to give it about a week. And we'll get some frames of honey in this thing and give it a whirl.